Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever had one of those days where the world just feels a little gray? Where even your favorite song doesn't quite hit the right note, and a cloud seems to be following you around, no matter how sunny it is outside? I had one of those days last Tuesday. It was epic, and not in a good way. It started with me spilling coffee all over a brand new white shirt. Classic, right? Then I missed a crucial deadline at work because my Wi-Fi decided to take an unscheduled vacation. I felt this heavy weight settling on my shoulders, and all I wanted to do was crawl into bed and declare the day a total loss. I trudged home, feeling completely defeated, and slumped onto my couch. The thought of cooking felt like climbing a mountain. Pizza, ice cream, the usual comfort foods were calling my name, but then I remembered a conversation I had with my grandmother a long time ago. She was the wisest, most cheerful person I've ever known. I once asked her how she was always so happy, and she just chuckled and said, "Honey, sometimes you have to eat your sunshine." I didn't get it back then, but that evening it clicked. I wasn't just hungry. My spirit was hungry. My mood needed a meal, not just my stomach, so I decided to try an experiment. Instead of dialing for takeout, I went to my kitchen on a mission to cook a meal that would fight back against the grumpiness. I started with what I had, first on my list of mood boosting heroes: fatty fish like salmon. I had a beautiful fillet in the freezer. Salmon is packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which our brains absolutely love. Think of them as tiny little cheerleaders for your brain cells, helping to reduce feelings of sadness and anxiety. Studies have shown that people who regularly eat omega-3s tend to have lower rates of depression. As I pan-seared that salmon, watching it turn a perfect pinkish orange, I swear I could feel my mood lifting just a tiny bit. The simple act of doing something good for myself was already working. Next up, what to serve with it. I spotted a bag of spinach. Dark leafy greens, like spinach and kale, are our second superstar. They are loaded with folate, a B vitamin that plays a crucial role in producing dopamine, a brain chemical that helps control the brain's pleasure and reward centers. A folate deficiency can actually lead to fatigue and a low mood. So I quickly the spinach with a little garlic. It was simple, fast, and I knew I was feeding my brain exactly what it needed. It felt like I was building an internal support system, one ingredient at a time. For some color and crunch, I thought about our third mood booster: bell peppers. Red, yellow, orange, they're like edible sunshine. They are packed with vitamin C. You might think of vitamin C for colds, but it's also vital for converting those amino acids into neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. High levels of vitamin C have been linked to an elevated mood. I chopped up a bright red bell pepper and tossed it in with the spinach. My plate was starting to look like a rainbow, and it was hard to feel gloomy looking at something so vibrant. Now for some healthy carbs. My body was craving energy, but the smart kind. This brings me to our fourth food, quinoa. This amazing grain is a complete protein, meaning it has all 9 essential amino acids. But the real magic for your mood is that it's a complex carbohydrate. Unlike simple sugars that give you a quick spike and an even quicker crash, complex carbs provide a slow, steady release of energy. This helps stabilize your blood sugar levels, which in turn helps stabilize your mood. No more hangry outbursts. I cooked up a small pot of quinoa, and the nutty, earthy smell filled my kitchen. It was comforting, a scent of pure, simple nourishment. As I was assembling my plate, I thought it needed a little something extra, and that's where our fifth and sixth mood boosters come in. Avocados and seeds. I sliced half an avocado on the side. Avocados are full of healthy fats and potassium, which can help reduce symptoms of anxiety. They also contain B vitamins and vitamin E, which support brain health. Then I sprinkled some sunflower seeds over my spinach and peppers. Seeds like sunflower and pumpkin seeds are a great source of magnesium. Magnesium is like a natural relaxant for your body and mind. It helps regulate the body's stress response system. When you're stressed, your body uses up magnesium, so replenishing it is key to feeling calm and centered. My plate was now a masterpiece of mood-lifting goodness. The perfectly cooked salmon, the vibrant greens and peppers, the fluffy quinoa, creamy avocado, and crunchy seeds. It looked amazing, and I hadn't even taken a bite yet. The process itself of choosing these ingredients, of cooking with intention, of creating something beautiful and nourishing was incredibly therapeutic. It was a powerful act of self-care. I sat down, not on the couch in front of the TV, but at my small kitchen table. I put my phone away. I just focused on the meal in front of me. And the first bite was incredible. The rich flavor of the salmon, the slight bitterness of the spinach balanced with sweet peppers, the creaminess of the avocado. It was a symphony of tastes and textures. And with every bite, I kid you not, the gray clouds started to break apart. The weight on my shoulders felt lighter. It wasn't a sudden, dramatic change. It was a gentle, warming sensation, like the sun slowly coming out from behind the clouds. I wasn't just eating. I was refueling my body, my brain, and my spirit. I was, as my grandma would say, eating my sunshine. Of course, one meal isn't a magic cure-all, but it's a powerful tool, and there are more. Our seventh mood-boosting food is nuts, especially walnuts and almonds. Walnuts are another fantastic source of omega-3s, and almonds provide vitamin E and zinc, both important for mood regulation. A small handful makes a perfect snack when you feel a slump coming on. Number 8 is a favorite for many: dark chocolate. Yes, chocolate, but specifically dark chocolate with a high cocoa content. It's rich in flavonoids, which have been shown to increase blood flow to the brain and improve mood. It also contains small amounts of caffeine and other compounds that can give you a little lift. Just a small square can be a delightful and beneficial treat. Let's talk about number 9, fermented foods. Things like yogurt, kefir, and kimchi are full of probiotics. You've probably heard about them for gut health, but there's a huge connection between your gut and your brain, often called the gut-brain axis. A healthy gut microbiome can positively influence your mood and emotional well-being by helping to produce neurotransmitters like serotonin. In fact, a large percentage of your body's serotonin is made in your gut. And finally, our 10th mood-boosting food might surprise you: mushrooms. Certain types of mushrooms are one of the few plant-based sources of vitamin D. The sunshine vitamin plays a critical role in mood regulation, and a deficiency is often linked to seasonal affective disorder and depression. Getting some safe sun exposure is the best way to get vitamin D, but adding mushrooms to your diet can certainly help top up your levels. By the time I finished my dinner that Tuesday, I was a different person than the one who had walked through the door an hour earlier. The day's frustrations hadn't magically disappeared, but my perspective had shifted. I felt capable, resilient, and dare I say, happy. It was a profound reminder that we have so much power over our own well-being. And it can start with something as simple and fundamental as the food we put on our plate. So the next time you feel that gray cloud gathering before you reach for the junk food, I challenge you to try this experiment. Try eating your sunshine. Pick one, two, or even a few of these foods and create a meal for yourself. Notice how you feel during the process, and after you eat, you might just be surprised at how delicious feeling good can be. Thank you so much for joining me on this little journey today. If you found this story helpful or inspiring, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What are your go-to mood-boosting foods? Let's share our sunshine. Until next time, take care and eat well.